Hello? Hello? Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream. I decided to build a B&M Hyper right here. Hello? Welcome everyone to the stream. What would be a realistic and unrealistic Buckiness Park? I think realistic is Epic Universe. Unrealistic is SeaWorld Abu Dhabi. The name of this coaster. You ask this every single stream, and I give the same answer I always give, which is I want to see the layout before I decide the name. Another bucket list park that might be unrealistic is Farouk Summerland. I really want to ride Phoenix. Silverbolt. I'll try Silverbolt. Hey! Hope you have fun at basketball practice. Thank you. You can always watch it afterward. I do not agree with that. All stats do not have to be 200. Let's see if it makes it over this hill. That's definitely what I thought would happen. I'll sub on all accounts. All of my accounts, which is just this one. If I had any more, I'd sub on them. If there's any questions that you guys have about any of the trips I've taken so far. I feel like I just rebuilt the hill. It's a lost cause. Everyone put W in the chat if you played Ultimate Coaster 3. I'm gonna fix the profiling on the hill. If you want to know my favorite live-action movie, my favorite live-action movie is probably one of the Home Alone movies. Maybe Home Alone 1 or 2 for me, probably. Conventional coaster because it's a massive terrain coaster, basically. So you just have the lift hill, and then you just have like a 20-foot drop after you rise up like 200 feet. It's a weird ride for sure. Sonic the Hedgehog 3 is also really good. I'm gonna try to see what they do for Sonic 4. It's gonna be hard to beat Sonic 3, but I bet they'll be able to do it. Because when they announced Sonic 3, I was like, it's gonna be hard to beat Sonic 2. And they blew that movie out of the water. I think I want to do the turnaround around here. This This is normally what you see on the return run, but it's right after the drop. Remove the manufacturer of those. If I remove the manufacturer, would their already built coasters stay, or would any of their built coasters be removed? Because if their coasters got removed, then the one I would probably say might actually be RMC, because I really want to ride a B&M Hyper, because float or airtime is probably my favorite force. Float or airtime or hang time, one of those two. So they're all removed. So I'd probably say RMC then, because right now, my number one bucket list type of coaster is a B&M Hyper. My number one bucket list coaster, period, is Manta at SeaWorld Abu Dhabi, which is an Intamin Blitz. But I've only ridden one B&M right now. I've ridden 2 or 3 Intamins. I've ridden a lot more GCIs and Gerstlauers than any of those 3. I've even ridden more coasters from Morgan than I have from B&M. One type of coaster I haven't built, right here. Wooden Wild Mouse. Right here. I've never touched that coaster model. Circuit Breaker is my new favorite roller coaster. Just all the trips that we've taken recently. So we did one to San Antonio in mid-November, and then about half a week after that, we left for New York. And every park within a 2-hour drive from the city was closed except for Nickelodeon Universe, so that's where we went. And I rode 3 of the 4 operating coasters there that day that I wanted to ride. So I didn't want to ride Shellraiser because I don't really like ejector airtime, unlike a lot of enthusiasts. So I rode Shredder, Slime Streak, and Timmy's Half-Pipe Havoc. And Slime Streak might have the craziest drop I've ever experienced. It's a very crazy drop if you're in the back row. But here I'm going to build a turnaround. I might build the Wood Mile Mouse Extreme. I don't think airtime's overrated. I think ejector airtime is overrated. Because I really like floater airtime. I also don't really like inverted airtime. I experienced it on the Joker 6 Flags Discovery Kingdoms stall. That one, most people say the stall is the best part of the ride, but I actually thought that was my least favorite inversion in the ride. Where is this? It's over there. rode Titan a couple days ago, and everyone says that the first Helix is like the most intense Helix in the world, and it was basically completely forceless. Like, a lot of people who've ridden Titan say that the first Helix is the most intense part, but it was pretty forceless. I felt people say that the pull-up from the first drop is forceless, but that was more intense than the Helix, in my opinion. But the second Helix was pretty crazy. The thing I didn't like is that we rode it in 30-degree weather in the front row, so at least I had a jacket on. If I didn't have a jacket on, I would probably be blue when I came back to the station. That was one of the coldest experiences I've had in my life. Why would the bathroom stall be the best part? I don't think I said that. My favorite part of Circuit Breaker was probably the downward barrel roll or the stalled Immelman, but the drop is also pretty good. It's crazy because the day that we went, the audio was a little out of sync and was running a little bit slow. So the audio, it was completely out of sync by like half a second. So after we rode it, when I got back to the car, I watched a couple POVs and some off-ride footage as well. And the music started at the exact second the drop started on those POVs and in the off-ride footage. But for us, it was like the music started and then the drop started about half a second later, and it was like making the drop so much more unexpected. But that drop, it doesn't really feel like a normal drop. And it's not really like airtime you get. You're more already lifted out of your seat before you even hit the vertical angle. You're just basically dangling there. And the main thing that you feel is your head slamming backward, which normally unpleasant, but it's actually pleasant on Circuit Breaker. Like, it's one of my favorite experiences I've ever had in my life. I rode it 18 times within an hour and a half, and it was crazy. Thanks for saying it's a good stream. I'm gonna meet Coaster Studios in less than a month for Coaster Cruise. It's gonna be so cool. I can't believe that Coaster 365 had Fury 325 at... I do not agree with Arrow being the best manufacturer. My favorite manufacturer is GCI. But Vekoma is a close second. Even though I've ridden one Vekoma and that's Circuit Breaker, it's still my second favorite, even though I've ridden 3 RMCs. probably 2 hours. Because, like, after I get off, I just say it's my number one. Like, with the Joker Discovery Kingdom, I said that was my number one after I got off. Same with Prowler. Prowler's now my number 5. Joker's now my number 3. When I first wrote Warlock Bullet, that was my number 1, and that stayed like that for a long time. My brother says he likes RMC. He's never ridden an RMC. He had the opportunity to move to Silver Dollar City. He didn't ride Fire in the Hole. You can't say you like RMC. You've never been on an RMC. Just like you can't say you like DCI. You've never been on an RMC. If there was, I bet some manufacturer would have invented it. I don't think Aero might have like 1 or 2 coasters that are in my top 25, but the one Aero looper I have ridden is Demon, and I did not like it. The loops were just too forceful. And I've ridden a bunch of Aero mine trains, like Runaway Mine Trains in Flies Over Texas, and I've done Big Bag John at Magic Springs, which is one of the most underrated parks in my opinion. So, you can't judge an RMC until you've ridden an RMC. I know you've only ridden 17 coasters. You can't say you like RMC unless you've ridden RMC. What one RMC have you ridden? Because Airtime Edit says he has also only ridden one RMC, it's Steel Vengeance. Kings Island needs an RMC. I bet that the Minecraft RMC, I have no idea what you're talking about. There's currently not a Minecraft coaster. It's going to be in the UK at Chessington World of Adventures, but there's currently not one. The thing I like about building terrain coasters is that you get to have a lot of speed towards the end, because you get to build slow sections closer to the beginning. So I can do a 100-foot drop at the end of the ride. He loves Minecraft so much. That's true. Oh, Steel Vengeance. That was a good one. Trips are Coaster Cruise in January. We might go back to Dallas because here is one of the saddest experiences I have ever had that's related to like amusement parks. That being when we went to Dallas on this trip that we did this past weekend, where we went to Dallas, and it was the first day we got to Prairie Playland right after the Screamer closed. And then we thought we'd just go back the next day. But it was closed again because of the cold front. So we missed out on riding that. And then we went to 3 more small amusement parks / NPCs, that being Peppa Pig World, Malibu Jacks, and Alley Cats. Those each have a kitty coaster, with 2 of them being SPF Visa spinners and the other one being the Peppa Pig roller coaster. And I think that was a very sad experience because we went to all those parks and I got 1 credit in Dallas when I was expecting to get 6. And that is sad. So now we have to go back to Dallas and try this again. But that's one way for a day to turn around, because then right after that whole experience, then we drove down to Austin, and 4 of the 5 coasters I was expecting to be open there were open. The only one that wasn't was a kiddie coaster at Codaland that had no existence, I guess. It did not exist. We walked around the entire park and it was gone. So we rode Circuit Breaker and then the Wacky Worm. And I think right here we needed something to do with Helix. Feeny make a coaster better. I say it does. I mean, I have not really been on a lot of themed coasters. I think the only really high themed coaster I've been on would be Fire in the Hole. And that is basically a dark ride with 3 drops. But I feel like if I went to Disney and rode a bunch of themed coasters there, then I would probably like those coasters a lot. I want anyone in the chat that's not my brother to make a guess of what my 50th roller coaster was. And it was not on this recent trip. Okay, you're gonna send emojis, and you're asking me to guess the theme park. Wave and then the world. When I see a wave, I think of Wild Waves. But you probably have not heard of that. So, is it an amusement park or a water park? Oh, SeaWorld. It's SeaWorld. Instead of putting sea, you put a wave. Very smart. But there's not a sea emoji. Marineland. I mean, my brother does not know of that existence. He only knows it's Discovery Kingdom. He doesn't know about Marineland. Amusement park, kind of. SeaWorld. SeaWorld San Antonio, SeaWorld Orlando, SeaWorld San Diego. gonna send another one. Let's see what it is. It's probably an easy one. If you want to do this game, you need to have wide knowledge. Send the next one. What's that voice? Let's check the forces. Pretty good force on the drop. Nice floater on that hill. Decent forces on that turn right there. And you have weak floater on that hill. Another reverse weak floater there. And then you have some nice floater to projector right there. And then let's see what this hill does. Nice projector. And then you have good positives on that turn. And then that's floater to projector. And then you dip down, that's a floater. And you have more floater. Carousel or horse X. And then money, first place. I have no idea what that is. Why do I still have so much speed? Turtle, juice box, outer space TV. It's gonna be a hard one. Let's see. Turtle, juice box. Does anyone else have any guesses? I think I might need a hint. I'm gonna bank it around this way, and then do like a turn around, and then I'm gonna drop it down in here, bank it up around here, do like an outer bank thing. Toby. T-O-B-Y. I don't know. And then some maritime hills there. It's gonna send something else. I feel like auto tunnel might make it easier. Toy box pack. I think I see what you did there. So you have a bunch of cities, Statue of Liberty, Nickelodeon Universe. I see what you did there. It's Nickelodeon Universe. Easy. The Statue of Liberty is really the thing. In the green juice. They're gonna send another. I'm gonna bank it up through there. Type P in the chat if you watch Mr. Beast. We're making such a long coaster. Oh, you're going fast. I'm gonna give it some sideways airtime. Type BG in the chat if you watch Beast Games. Right now I have my whole game controls remapped. So now spacebar is the same as right click. Right click is the same as the scroll wheel because the scroll wheel wasn't really working right after update 8 released. And then type in the chat if you did not watch Beast Games. This is a funky element right here. Epic Universe. Put Epic Universe. Put Epic and then like Universe. You should not have said Epic right there. Oh no. Okay, there we go. I'm free. And now I'm going to You should watch Beast Games. Type BGW if you're going to watch Beast Games Season 2. I have a video that's releasing in like 10 minutes. So I'm going to try to end the stream by that. I tried to record a time lapse for that video, but it broke and it didn't record it correctly. So there's no time lapse. It looks like it might be Tokyo something. There's a heart letter or bodybuilder. All signs point to Japan. Is it Fujiku Island? Did I get it? I feel like you shouldn't have put the Tokyo Tower in there. That made it a little bit too easy. Give me a second, I'm adding my own thing. And then X is greater than tree, tree is greater than check. Okay. I just sent my own. If you can get that, I'll give you a shout out in the next video. First person to guess that. been there. I've been near there, but I haven't been to it itself. One of the Reason rides. New York, X America. I don't know. The smile is part of the X. You guys want to guess mine? If you get it, you get a shout out. It's SeaWorld Abu Dhabi. I put the sea creature there, and then the desert. For yours, I don't see yours. Oh, that. DL Dreamwood. Dallas. Forest thing. What could this be? This part is British Park. But what's a wood tree thing? Dollywood. Oh, it's Hollywood. Thank you. D blank blank L blank DOLLY. And then tree wood. Tree because it's in the trees. And then wood because it's Dollywood. I'm pretty sure it's Dollywood. It fits everything. Let's go, it's Dollywood. But you got it first. Here's my next one. It's pretty hard. It's just one. Cedar Point. Oh, that looks pretty easy. Basket person. I don't know what the basket part could be. So let me try to guess mine. I'm gonna send another one. This one's gonna be pretty easy. Here, I'm sending it. This one's gonna be hard. Or, this is not gonna be hard. The other one was hard. This is gonna be an easy one. Fire, fire, fire. I don't know. King's Minion. That's not mine. But it's close. If I'd done Dominion, I would probably try to do like a kingdom sort of thing. But instead, I put an island. So I just gave it away. But guess my other one that I sent. Adventure. Final hint, smiley face. Is it like California's Great America or something? I'm gonna pin my lion one. I'm gonna pin that question. If anyone wants to guess what it is, it's pinned. A smiley face. Oz? No, it's not Oz. There's no Oz theme park. No, keep guessing. Is it Discovery Kingdom? Because we have the Golden Gate Bridge there. I think San Francisco. I'm pretty sure it'd be Discovery Kingdom. The lion's a very important part of this. 14. Reverse. 41. Look closely. It's fog. It has fog. small one that I might not have heard of. I don't know. Adventure Island. No, it could be Adventure Island. It's probably maybe Adventure Island. No, but close. Fantasy Island? Probably not Fantasy Island. You mean Oops. I don't really know. I'm just gonna call it Silver Comet. And then a bunch of trees. Because reminds me of the top of the last movie. 14 upside down. Golden Gate Bridge. Sky. You're gonna resend it. I can pin it. Keep guessing about mine. I'm gonna pin it. Okay, yours is pinned. Terrain sounds so weird. Adventure set in clouds. I mean, that's pretty good. I don't. Adventure Desert in Golden Gate Bridge. Does it have a roller coaster? Emoji, I see blue. It's not adventure setting. Save this for now, and I'm going to show you a little behind the scenes on one of my most recent videos, that being Frostbite. I'm going to show you what you can't see from any of the angles that I showed you. Told you where it is, the top of the last emoji. I can't zoom in here. This is Frostbite. Maybe my favorite coaster ever built. And this is what it looks like without snow. If I set it at noon, this is what it looks like during the day without snow. So it still looks pretty cool, it just doesn't look as good. And this is the back side. Everything's like floating. I should probably delete these. And it's just dangling. But it's in California. Yes. When you put Golden Gate Bridge, I think Northern California. And then guys, here's a quick tutorial on how you can make your own Pony Mountain. So you pull it up, shrink it down, pull it up some more, shrink it down, pull it up some more, shrink it down, pull it up some more. Oh, California Adventure. Yeah, it's probably California Adventure. And there's your own Pony Mountain. And then if I put it back to snow, I can save this. Alexa, what is a small amusement park in California? Alexa, what is a small amusement park in California?
Adventure City is a small amusement park.
Adventure City.
Covering just over 2 acres.
Adventure City.
Including 2 roller coasters.
Oh, the one with rewind racers. Okay. Okay, good job. Okay, it's dinner time for me. We have to end the stream. Bye, everybody. I am leaving the stream.